they're creative, good shit's going on, it's working, and then they hit a wall, like you run out of content or something, you need something fresh, and people start to panic. And then they start doing something spammy or something that's away from their core principles or beliefs, just because maybe something's not working. It's why I hate analytics. Guys, I really do. I mean, I know I need them, and I know, big companies need them, and they should, and I get why. There's a lot going on. There's a lot less going on with Gary Vee and Procter & Gamble. They got a lot, so you need it. However, for entrepreneurs and small startups, analytics are scary at times. They're very valuable, and I don't want to disregard them. But too many people bail or jump ship because their Google traffic, Google Analytics said their traffic hasn't gone up in 3 months. It's not a true indicator. It just isn't, and you need patience. No real business was built overnight. Your grandpa or grandma or people's grandparents in here that built business, hey, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks so much. No, they gotta go. They're hungry. Don't move. They're awesome. Thank you. They didn't build businesses in 6 months. People build products and they're like, if this doesn't take off in 6 months, I'm out. What the fuck? I just think that don't veer away from your core, and if things aren't working, think about what you're trying to accomplish, and just work harder and smarter, and bring in talent. Yep.
Hi, I'm Joseph Dickerson from jizzhunt.com.
Big fan, bro, big fan. Can I take a picture with you after this?
No, I just really appreciate your passion, and I think that's what a lot of the people speaking here don't really bring, and I really want to thank you for that. I'm passionate about user experience design. I blog about it, I do podcasts. How do I keep the word out? Do I just keep grinding it like you said? Just keep talking about it?
I think it's a combo of content and community. The 2 core C's, right? Everybody was like, oh, My Library TV. Well, My Library TV was 30 minutes. I taped the show, and then I spent 17 hours a day in wine forums and wine blogs. That's what I had to do. This was 2006. Twitter wasn't really out yet, except for the super in the no. And Facebook was still a college play, and I didn't want to be the creepy old guy peddling wine to the kids. So I had to stay away from both. So I went into my niche, the forums, the blogs, and I became part of the community. And anybody who's not using search.twitter or going to Facebook fan pages and not becoming part of the community in their world, not spamming, like check this out. There's a guy who started a new show, a new video blog show. He leaves a comment on my fan page every day. Straight spam, no interaction. He would dominate. You know who you are? He would dominate if he jumped in there and just started talking to people. But him just pasting, new show, comment 6, new show, comment 6, he's not going to win. And so, I would scale and focus more. Listen, content is king. And I always say, that marketing is the queen and she runs the household. But, engaging in the community, that's where the magic happens. That's what people like. That's the real shit. And you need to spend as much time reading other people's blogs you respect and leaving relevant, smart comments because other people are reading it, and if you leave a great comment and they agree with that, they're going to click on your name, go to your world, and now be in your world. And if your shit is on point, now you got a shot.
Colin Alsheimer at Level 10 Colin. Yeah. So
nice.
my original question was asked, I'm sort of making this up on the fly.
Yeah.
It sounds like based on your exchange with Procter & Gamble there, you're not a big fan of agencies in this social space.
No,
okay,
go ahead.
Where do you think agencies belong within the social space?
That's a great question. And what's tough? Like it stunk for me that it was Procter who I think really does a great job. And I think they're almost all the way there. She did hit on a point that does make me emotional. I'm really not into people managing the Twitter accounts or engagement, but I get why. And we've done hand holding in the beginning too. You want to give them the sensibility because they're trying to get their hands wet. I think agencies need to be creative. I'll tell you one thing agencies shouldn't be doing for brands. 90% of the meetings that I've been in the last 6 months, agencies are playing politics to keep the client. If they spent 1/5 of that energy actually being creative and making shit happen and knowing what the hell is going on, they'd be they're playing politics, and then they're making these pitches with straight bullshit. They're like, and I think what agencies need to do, creative agencies need to do, is be creative.
Huh.
Oh wow! How about this guy?
What up, Gary?
Hey, Omid.
How are you, buddy?
Good, bro.
I have a simple question. These people behind me, those people, where do they get their wine?
I'm gonna tweet out a secret location, and I'm gonna not give it to anybody who didn't actually answer a question.
Ask a question. There you go.
Thanks, Fran.
Hey Gary,
What's up, man?
Weird mic. Everyone has.
What's your name?
Twitter.com/JacksonFall.
So, Jackson, I just want to say one thing.
Yep.
You may know that I went on this crazy, like, 47-city book tour and the 24 hours in 6 airports, and I can tell you right now, hands down, my favorite experience of my entire tour was you interviewing me in Oklahoma City. So let's hear it for this man. Jackson is legit. He's only 7 years old. He's amazing. Jackson, how old are you?
I wish. Twice that, 14.
I know, it sucks. Getting old and clothes, man. Stay there, boss.
Wish I was 7.
I wish I was 7 too. We would dominate together.
Yeah.
Second grade paint don't have shit on us. Go ahead, boss.
Everyone has a personal brand. You say some people bigger than others. Of course, you have a huge one. What do you do?
Guys! One little jizz hut mention, you guys go completely wrong. Relax. Jesus. Go ahead, Jackson.
What do you do? What do you do to monitor and put together all your feedback and interaction that you get online? Because I know everyone has interaction and feedback, but what tools do you use?
You know, I know there's a lot of things out there like Radiant 6 and all that kind of stuff. I don't use anything. I'm really bad. My office and AJ and all the people around me, Matt, my assistant, they hate me. My scalable moves are terrible. For all the insanity of my interaction and people bringing it up today, I'm not doing that good of a job. You know, I use TweetDeck and I search my name and I just grind it out. I get emails and I answer them. You know, I have Google alerts on my name. I'm doing nothing good. Nothing, Jackson. Don't look up to me. I'm bad.
Wait, I'm unfollowing you right now.
You know, I mean, I'm just, you know. What did he say? I didn't hear.
I said I'm unfollowing you right now.
Dude, unfollow me, please. It'd be huge.
All right, thanks, Gary.
It's good to see you, bro. Go ahead.
Hi, Gary. My name is Danielle Miller, and I would like to first thank you for the secret wine party last night. That was a
Yeah,
total
who gave the
blast.
secret wine party last
It was
night?
awesome. It was a lot of fun, so thank you, and that was an awesome way to talk about the experience and show people really how to do that so well. My question to you in 2010 is, what do you find is becoming your biggest challenge overall?
That's a good question. I would say back to that, you know, work-life balance is going to be the only challenge I ever had. I truly believe that. I mean, I'll make mistakes and I'll have bombs and I'll have failures. Those things don't mean shit to me. If you're not taking chances and trying to make amazing shit happen, and more importantly, let me just say this because I know a lot of people are leaving now and wrapping up. I'm addicted to the process. See, the second I decide to do something, I've won. Because I decided that for the process, not the end results. I don't want a fucking car or a boat. I want the jets, I know that's crazy. But other than that, I don't want shit. I don't like stuff. I don't like getting gifts. I don't want it. I don't need it. I want the process. The process is the game. So I'm never fearful about business ever, because once I decide to do it, I've won. Period. End of story. The only thing, you know, that I'm ever really scared of is the health of my family and friends. And so there's that. And the only challenge is I want to crush it. I want to meet everybody. I want to give so much to this room and everybody out there, but not at the expense of my family. And that balance is such an insane thing that I have to fight with all the time. I'm getting dramatically better at it, and I continue to strive to be better at it, but really it's the only challenge I think about at all.
Thank you.
Sure. Yes.
Hey Gary.
Hey, bro.
Carl.
How you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
Sensational.
A lot of people advise not creating businesses around your passion because it'll dissolve it, you'll maybe end up hating it,
Right.
so that they really try to talk you almost out of it.
Yeah.
So what's your general reaction to that? Where do you think that sentiment comes from? And when do you think it'll just be completely crushed by those that, like us, believe in the passion?